Let us know when you're ready.
Camera.
Okay. This is the Buena Vista Township regular meeting, August 19th, 2019, 7:30. Call to order. Lisa?
Mrs. Kelly,
Here.
Mr. Martinelli.
Here.
Mr. Turner,
Here.
Mr. Williams,
Here.
Mayor Shirillo.
Here.
On August 8th, 2019, notice of this meeting was mailed to the Daily Journal and the press and duly posted in the main lobby of the municipal complex. All requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been met in compliance with the Sunshine Law. We'll now salute the flag. Dave, you want to lead us?
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Lisa, you want to go over the minutes for approval?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I have two sets of minutes that were submitted for approval this evening. The caucus meeting and the regular meeting of July 22nd, 2019. All members were present.
Motion to approve the minutes as read into the record.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Roll call, I'm sorry.
Kelly,
Yes.
Martinelli,
Yes.
Turner,
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Shirillo.
Yes.
Item 5, announcements, presentations, and discussions representing the New Jersey State Police Troop A here in Buena Vista Township. Trooper 1, Mark Adada. Mark, you want to bring the other trooper up with you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thank you. My name's Trooper Buena. I'm the school resource officer for Buena Vista Township. I cover 9 schools in our area. With me today, this is Trooper Cardone. He's a member of Squad 4, Buena Vista Station. We're going to present the Buena Vista Township statistics for July of 2019. Before we read that, I ask, as I always do, any questions or concerns, please contact the station. If you have any concerns regarding the township that you want addressed, please you can contact me directly at the station, Buena Vista Station. You can remain anonymous if you choose to do so. But I'm sure you have very valuable information for us that you can provide to us. And again, contact me directly at the Buena Vista Station with any questions or concerns. Thank you. Trooper Cardone is going to take over. He's going to read the statistics for July of 2019.
So the Buena Vista Township statistics for July 2019, 1,660 calls to service, 389 motor vehicle stops, 74 criminal investigations, no burglaries, 65 alarm calls, 21 motor vehicle accidents, 50 medical assists, and no Narcan deployments by troopers.
That concludes the statistics for July of 2019.
We want to thank the state police for helping with the Family Fun Day at the Martin Luther King Center. This weekend, it was, we saw the police there, and we always are pleased about it, and everything was under control, and so we like the presence, and we're thankful that you had come.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Our next presenter has a very special presentation to make, a very worthy one. Our good friend Alice Reiser, would you join us at the microphone, please? You're on. You're on TV, too.
Hi, my name is Alice Reiser, and I'm here to let everybody know about our fundraiser coming up. We used to have our fundraiser in April, but we moved it to September because September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and we raise money for children with cancer. We are having a ticket auction and a really nice dinner at Adelphia's on September 15th from 3 to 7. It's a Sunday, and we're trying it from 3 to 7 instead of, a lot of people were saying that it ran late because it was a long night. But we have a lot of beautiful prizes coming in for the ticket auction. We have a 60-inch TV, 4K TV, Instapot and vacuum cleaner, computer printers, all kinds of stuff. So what we do is we have this dinner, and then we have a ticket auction where each item has a bag in front of it, and you put in on the items that you're interested in, and then you have a chance to win, and it's all for a good cause. So if you don't know about the Friends of Joey Foundation, it was, our son passed away from cancer in 1998, and so we've been at this a long time. So it was started in memory of him. The money that we raise goes to a $1,000 college scholarship, to cancer research, and to also a donation's always made to expand and maintain the Joey Reiser Playground in Collins Lakes. But the largest part of our money goes directly to families whose children have cancer, and we have contacts to the social workers at St. Christopher's Hospital that guides us when there's a family that has a financial need. So if there's any way you could support us, if you'd like to donate something for our ticket auction, if you're unable to attend or you'd like to donate and attend, I have donation request letters for businesses, also things to hang up in your storefronts, or if you know of a place that you could hang this up to spread the word. We used to have it in Williamstown, and moving it to Deptford, I'm a little nervous that even though we're getting a positive feedback about Adelphia's, everybody seems to love it. They have great food, and it's, we stepped up the menu. It's crab cakes and chicken marsala. It's not beef and beer. So hopefully we get a really wonderful turnout. If there's any way, you feel you'd like to help in any way, my phone number, my home phone number is on here. It's area code 609-567-6368. Just remember that's a landline, so I can't get text on that. But come on out. If you can help us out, I'd appreciate it.
It's definitely a fun time, and the prizes are fantastic. It takes hours to get these prizes. That's how many prizes are usually there. That's why it takes so long. It's so many prizes to win. So usually a lot, people win. Almost everybody wins something. And it's a good cause, and you also help with the pavilion at the Collins Lake School
our
that
foundation built
the
that.
whole school uses. And I know that was a big project that was you could see every day. And your walkway, and you've done so much, and you've helped so many children, and we're very thankful to your work, Alice. We really are.
Thank you.
Alice,
And
do
thank
the-
you
do the
for always supporting. I appreciate
Do the
guys.
phone number again, do the time and place again, and the day,
Okay.
for the people that'll see this on TV.
Okay. Again, our event is at Adelphia's in Deptford. It's on September 15th. It's a Sunday from 3 to 7. We had our meeting to streamline our event, Teresa, so we're stepping it up so we get through the event in enough time. My home telephone number is area code 609-567-6368. If there's any way you can help out, if you want to donate, if you want to attend, the donation can be something really small, and if we can put it in a basket with something else, or we take everything and anything, as long as it's new. It has to be in new condition, but we'd appreciate any help, so thank you.
And Alice, the tickets are $35 each,
I'm
right?
sorry, I should have said that.
No, that's okay.
They're $35 a piece. Like I said, it's a really nice menu with, pasta primavera, crab cakes, chicken marsala. The beer and the wine is included in that price, and it also has, coffee, tea, dessert. So really, for $35, it's a really nice menu. And Adelphia's has excellent food for the money. So hopefully it'll be a big success, and we'll have a great time. So come on out.
And this year you have seating for 500, right?
Yes, we have both banquet rooms in Adelphia's. They have a divider, and they opened it up for us, and they're gonna set us up for 500, which we've never had 500, but I hope there's always a first. And then the perimeter of the room is gonna have long tables with all the prizes, so the prizes will be in the same room that we're having the event. So, from the moment you walk in the door, you can see what's available. And like I said, you only put a ticket in if you're interested in that thing. So your odds are really good, really good chances to win. So, if anybody's interested, please contact me.
Thanks, Alice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alice.
Thank you, Alice.
the Director of the King Community Center, Quentin McClendon.
Good evening, Mayor and Township Council. I have a brief report. First, I want to thank everyone that helped and supported the Community Fun Day that we just had this past Saturday from 12 to 5. It was a great event. I know some Township Committee folks popped in. Thanks for the state troopers for their assistance out there as well, and all the vendors, volunteers, and people that donated. It turned out to be a nice day. I also would like to say thank you to the support staff. Beth stepped in my absence, along with, of course, Sandy. So I appreciate what they did in my absence. It looks like it turned out to be a great day. So we look forward to it to get bigger and better each year. So thank you again for that. Upcoming at the Martin Luther King Center, we have a Veterans Breakfast coming up on Saturday, September the 14th. That breakfast, this is the 4th year that we've had it. It starts at 10 a.m. To 12 o'clock. We already have some great RSVPs. The Veterans Home of Vineland is sending a bus over. We have the veterans, the VA from Wilmington will be there, and Larry Adair and his group, the Disabled American Veterans out of Hamilton, they have a group that's coming as well. So we're going to have a great breakfast, and it looks like it's going to be very well attended. So again, that's going to be Saturday, September 14th. All veterans are invited. Just give us a call, let us know you're coming so that we can plan for preparing enough food for everyone. This year we will have some guests. We will have a couple resources there for veterans. So there'll be information for veterans to help veterans at this breakfast as well. So we're really looking forward to it. If you have any questions or want to RSVP to it, my number is 609-704-7262. And the last thing I wanted to report on was our summer lunch program. It is going tabulous, I'm going to say. We have, as of last Friday, we've exceeded 500 lunches so far, and we're going into our last 2 weeks. Last week was our high. We had 93 lunches that we distributed to kids in the area. So that program was extended because of its success. So it will be going on for all children 18 and under, 1:30 to 3:30, Monday through Friday. Come out, have free lunch on us. So all kids are welcome to that. It's an open site, so you don't have to be a Buena Vista Township resident. You can be from anywhere and come and have free lunch. And that is my report for the evening.
And what time was the Veterans Breakfast again?
It is Saturday, September 14th, from 10 a.m. to about 12.
Okay. Thanks, Quentin.
Our Director of Public Works, Brian Johnson.
Good evening, Mayor, Township Committee, residents and the public. My August monthly report for the Department of Public Works. Started out this month on August 3rd we hosted our monthly resident drop-off. Once again, we had nice weather and we had a decent turnout of residents that dropped off brush, oil, and e-waste materials. I want to remind the residents to please bring their oil and their recycled oil in containers that are in good shape with caps on them that aren't cracked and in bad shape. It helps us keep the area clean and a lot easier for us to dispose of the waste oil in our containers without it spilling. We've been keeping up on all our dirt roads. Everything's been prepared and graded. Our new grader, Public Works, is working great. The newer advanced machine has been a huge working advantage for getting our roads graded a lot faster and safer. Roadside tree and brush cutting has been done throughout the township. We managed to only get the 2 roadside hazardous trees this month. We were busy with the weather and a few other things, but we were able to get the 2 of them. Keep that from causing any damage in any of the future storms that are going to be coming up. Yard waste and brush have been picked up and chipped throughout the township. I want to also remind the residents, when you call in for yard waste, please leave your name, address, and number clearly. A lot of residents that are calling in are either calling on cell phones, and it's been really tough to understand it and get your address or your phone number to be able to call you back because it's been breaking up really bad. So I apologize if we miss you. It's not done on purpose. It's a lot of times it's done because I can't understand your messages that are left on the phone. So if you can't call from a landline, just try to make sure that you have decent service and speak slowly and clearly on my machine so I can get the information right.
And Brian, if everything else fails, they can always call the clerk's office at Township Hall.
Yep, that's correct as well. And the ladies here at Town Hall are excellent at getting my messages to me at Public Works, so that's fine as well. We've been keeping up on potholes. They've been filled and repaired throughout the township. And Public Works has been working on small projects, repairs and upgrades to Town Hall and other township-owned buildings, which us doing it in-house does save the township a lot of money. And that concludes my Department of Public Works report. Any questions, comments, or concerns from Mayor or Committee?
I think everything's been running smooth. I haven't heard many complaints, none at all, in fact.
Great, that's good, that's good.
And Brian, I just wanted to thank you for completion of the trail, for the Collins Lake Trail.
Thank you.
These guys did a really good job
Thank
of
you.
getting that done on time.
Yeah, I will say that was a little challenge with the weather and the bugs and the ticks and a few things we've encountered in the trail there at Quigley, but it was a good challenge and guys had fun. Definitely had fun doing it, for sure.
Just stay away from snakes and don't go in there with flip-flops.
Definitely a lot of nature in there, for sure.
And I guess at some point, we're gonna have some kind of opening, maybe when the weather cools down or something for the park. Is that your plan, John?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, we'll have to set something up for
Okay.
dedication on that.
Sure, absolutely.
Maybe next month.
Yeah, I submitted the closing documents on the grant to the Green Acres, so she's received them. There's a couple things I need to provide her, and then she does plan on coming down. So once I can narrow down the date that she'll be down, we could do a ribbon cutting
Okay, great.
for there, and that'll be her inspection of the trail. So that should be upcoming shortly.
That's good, thank you.
Great.
Our township engineers report will be given tonight by our township administrator, Lisa Tilton.
I received our township engineer's report, and there's just a couple things to report on for that. Weymouth Malaga Road, Phase 5. Myself has been working really closely with the engineer's office to close out that portion of Phase 5. We did submit the documents were approved, and we just received the final funding, which is a grant reimbursement back to the township of roughly $68,000. So that will completely close that grant out, and that money will come in and reimburse the amount that was spent for it, so. We are working closely on Phase 6. We were almost to the point of closeout for that. There's just a couple last invoices to come in from that, and then we should be able to get that closed out and complete that project as well, to receive the balance funding for that. The engineer has worked on the 2019 municipal grant for Chestnut. They've completed the surveying and initial design for that for Phase 1, and they have also submitted the grant application for Phase 2 in the amount of $456,016.40, and awaiting to hear from NJDOT for an award on that. And that is the engineer's report.
Okay, thanks,
And the
Lisa.
hopes are that we could probably get a better bid price if we do Section 1 and 2, hopefully within this year or the early part of the new year. So that's, the opportunity's been given to get the grants in early for the next year, so grant requests, that is, and hopefully that'll, help the traveling on that road.
Item 6, mayor's report.
Thank you, Steve. I don't have too many things, but I do want to touch on trying to deal with Mother Nature. As the Special Events Committee and Public Works and Lisa can tell you we've had a challenge and a half this year with our summer concerts. Every Wednesday night, we have been the victim of a tidal wave to lightning storms to potential rain, and we've had to rearrange our schedule. And it's hard to even look at the weather today and see what is it going to be like this Tuesday and Wednesday, because this week and next week, we have double-header concerts coming up because of the rain has caused us to have to reschedule. Tuesday, tomorrow night, August 20th, from 7 to 9, we have Lonnie Youngblood coming back, whose concert was canceled back on the 7th of August. In addition to that, on the 21st, which is this Wednesday night, we have local DJ and talented South Jersey, Philadelphia announcer Nikki G doing his show on this Wednesday night. So there's an opportunity for back-to-back concerts from 7 to 9 on Tuesday and Wednesday. To top it all off, because of the previous rain, we have back-to-back concerts next week, which is for the Tuesday, the 27th of August, where 10 Eddy Drive, their concert was rained out also on July 31st. And then on Wednesday night of next week, we have Poor Mouth Henry. Their concert was canceled on July 17th and is scheduled for Tuesday, August 28th. So just keep in your mind, you want to see 4 great concerts in 2 weeks' time. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see that, and it's thanks to Mother Nature. So that work is still there. Most of the concerts that we book have a rain date, and over the years we've only had to maybe use the rain date a few times, but this is an extreme situation for getting it all in and getting it in on time. I too would also like to just thank Public Works and Special Events and so many of the committees, and I know, I'm sure John Williams will talk more about it, and or Teresa, regarding the farm market tour that was done recently. For a small township, we have some very exceptionally nice things that we offer our public, and the farm market tour brought a lot of surprise positive feedback, which was held just a number of weeks ago on a day that it wasn't raining, so it was a good thing. And as for right now, I have some reports, department reports to come back on later, but that's my report for now, Steve.
Item 7, ordinances for introduction, first reading, there being none. I'll move to item 8, ordinances for public hearing, second reading, there being none. I'll move to item 9 on public comment on current agenda items only. In order for the committee to conduct the business of the township in the most productive manner possible, meeting attendees will be given 2 minutes, all inclusive, to comment on any agenda item or items without comment or question from the committee, but only on items specified on the agenda listed for the current meeting. Please stand at the microphone at the appropriate time. State your name and address for the record. Item 10, resolutions. 169-19, authorized payment of bills in the amount of $1,126,007.88. Of this expenditure going to the Atlantic County in taxes, $799,327.17, making the municipal expenditure for this current period $326,680.71. Item 11, consent agenda. Consent agenda includes items of business which are not controversial and do not require individual discussion. A motion approving the consent agenda is moved, seconded, and voted upon as one item by the Township Committee. If any discussion is requested on a consent agenda item, it is removed from that consent agenda to the regular agenda. Resolutions 170-19, authorizing the issuance of street opening permits to South Jersey Gas. 171-19, authorizing refund due to veterans deduction to Benjamin Rivera. 172-19, authorizing refund due to veterans deduction to Mario Simone Velasquez. 173-19, awarding bid to Mid-Atlantic Salt for rock salt through Atlantic County Cooperative. 174-19, accepting the annual audit report for calendar year 2018. 175-19, approving budget amendment chapter 159 for 2016 recycling tonnage grant. 176-19, authorizing interlocal agreement with Atlantic County Improvement Authority for Housing Rehabilitation Program. 177-19, authorizing Calmar Associates to perform additional site status and remedial activities associated with the Public Works yard. 178-19, reject bids submitted for the addition to the Public Works building. 179-19, authorizing mayor to execute lease agreement with Ken Oliveri and Kelly Davenport, DPA Smokeology LLC. 180-19, authorize lease with Rico USA for copier machine at the MLK Center. 181-19, authorize leave of absence to Rick Bracchiello. 182-19, appointing Brian Murray as temporary code enforcement officer. 183-19, appointing Lisa A. Tilton as temporary zoning officer. 184-19, authorize the refund of recreation application and maintenance fee to Cynthia Parker. Thank you.
Steve, I just had two comments I wanted to make on 174, the annual audit report. That report came back with no negative findings. This has happened the last number of years, and it's a good track record for the township to have. And Lisa, I'm going to ask you to just explain what smokeology is, because I think it's, now that it's here, it's a new eating opportunity in the township, and you could tell us about that briefly?
Absolutely. So we went out for a request for proposals to lease out, which was previously known as the Richland Pizza or Richland Deli. We received a proposal for a barbecue restaurant to come in.
Thank you.
They are a sub-partner of 322 Barbecue, so the smokeology that goes with it is for the smoked foods, the barbecued foods. A lot of their foods they do by a smoker type equipment, so their name of the business is Smokeology, and I know it may be misleading to some part, but it's going to be a great barbecue place, a little bit different, a little bit of variety of foods for everyone, including a kids menu that will be there. You know, I can speak to the fact that the township is excited to see them come and something a little bit different throughout Richland and also throughout the community. And we're excited to partner with them to come in.
Macaroni and cheese is involved here too, right?
Their specialty is barbecue foods and any type of macaroni and cheese you could possibly think of, whether it includes, you know, some type of pulled pork, mac and cheese, bacon, beans. You know, they do a big variety of specialty. We did have their food truck that was at the Richland Village Festival. They were there. They also have a couple businesses and a food truck business as well. So it's definitely a great opportunity.
Sounds good.
Terrific.
Sounds
Thank
like
you,
good
Lisa.
food.
You're welcome.
Okay, at this point, I'll get a motion to pay the bills.
Motion.
Oh, first let me open it to the public before I do that. Motion to open to the public?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Hi, Julie Akers, Newtonville. Thank you for the description about smokeology. I appreciate that. That was one of my questions. I have, and I did Google it, and it came up with all sorts of strange things, so, and I couldn't find that one specifically, so I thought,
All sorts of things go through the mind.
oh my goodness, okay. So, will it be in conflict with the other restaurant, the smoked, what do they have, the stuff right at the corner?
I don't see how it
don't-
would be.
Yeah, I don't see, they do a lot of different specialty items. I do have a menu, it's in my office.
Oh, I was just
but
curious.
They do a different smokery, how they actually smoke their foods, but a lot of their stuff is a one-item type smoke first. They have a big variety of different items that they can do.
Well, it sounds like the mac and cheese is.
And they have lots of specials at the Pickwickian and entertainment,
Yes.
other types of things that this will have. This will be, basically a primary lunch and early dinner operation as opposed to like a full-fledged restaurant. And it's nice to have a couple of new places to choose from in the township.
Okay, will this business be bringing their own equipment in?
Yes.
Okay, because they're going to be paying rent to the township to be able to use that building.
That's correct.
Correct, but they will bring in all the other equipment that they need. Okay. On resolution number 178, 2019, where the bids are to be rejected for the Public Works building, are they going to be re-advertised? I didn't note that in here.
The hopes are to reevaluate the entire process and post them again if the committee is satisfied and can make some changes that will work financially for the township. I would also just say that this process was done with the USDA, the United States Department of Agriculture, and their bid process started out about 3.5 years ago. And you lock in a project and you lock in some commitments, and the problem is that the world has changed in the last 3.5 years, including steel trade wars and concrete cost factors that have changed, and so there's an opportunity to take a closer look and see what we can come up with. And another few months is not going to be the end and end all.
Okay, no, I was just curious, and I understand that's what could be happening, but I guess my concern too is how much money we've already spent on it. So in engineering fees, legal fees, so that's I think is a concern we should be aware of when we do go after any of these grants, loans. My other question was probably something that's one of the most important things here, I think, is number 177, 2019, is the situation with the evaluation and the treatment of the contamination issue at the Public Works. So I see that that's about $69,000 to have CalMar be looking at that. Is there anything you can say about where we stand with that, about how much more money, or is this just going to be an ongoing?
We're following a course of action that the DEP has recommended in a step-by-step process that will likely go on for as much as 4 or 5 more years, the way they move on different projects. And the part of the money for this process is partly being budgeted, but partly from an old insurance claim through Nationwide Insurance that the township is able to recover a certain amount of the funds to do this. It's not an easy situation, and I can tell you that the problems that, if indeed they actually do result from the Public Works facility, date back long before any of the folks were on the committee that are here today. Mm-hmm. We have to address the problem and do it professionally and try to make the best that we can do decision-wise for our neighbors in that area of the township.
Well, I asked a lot about the money, but I think that's really the big issue, is I want to be sure that we do have that money to pay for those residents. That's something we need to do.
The Nationwide commitment is, Lisa,
Mm-hmm.
what type of dollar threshold was that?
So, right now, as you're familiar, we previously approved at the beginning of this year, a contract with them for $218,000. In part, the agreement we have with Nationwide is a 50% reimbursement. So as the bills come in, they get submitted to Nationwide, and we receive 50% of those bills reimbursement. As that account continues to be reimbursed, it allows opportunity to be able to do additional testing and things that need to be done. So this is one of those portions now that as money is starting to be reimbursed and already budgeted in the budget, none of this is bonded.
Right.
So it's all raised through the budget. So as that money is beginning to be reimbursed, we can expand the testing that is required and needed that the DEP has put upon us. So you may see a little bit more of these amendments coming here and there because we just can't certify the funds all up front. We have to wait as the phase of this remediation starts to go along. So what you're seeing in this is additional testing that would be required either through the homes or different geoprobes that need to be done along Post Road, again, as the remediation and investigation continues. Just in the future, as you start to see a little bit more of these with Calmar, we could do them in phases. I don't want to say phase because they're not phases, but that's kind of how they're going to need to be done. So that way it's not as harsh on the taxpayers to raise all that money at once. To be able to do it, we're trying to strategically do it through the budget as we possibly can.
Okay, and is this going to be covering any of the, we can save this discussion for another time, but I was under the understanding that we, Buena Vista, would be responsible for the systems too. And is this covering the systems, or is this just the testing?
So, what you have in front of you is what you have in front of you is what Calmar's part would be as to the monitoring of the
Right,
testing
okay.
of the systems. As you see throughout the bill list, there's different things going to either Vineland Labs or Sweetwater. Those are the companies that are maintaining or doing the testing. Again, they are also 50% reimbursed, which goes back into that account. But Calmar has to be able to monitor the test results and report on each home every time a test is done. Most of those tests are done twice a year. So with the homes that are doing it, it's about 28 different reports that are required to be submitted throughout the year.
Okay, but those people are guaranteed they're still going to have treatment, no matter what happens,
The ones
correct?
that we are responsible for, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
there's multiple types of contamination that exist in the area, and at this point, that's still being reviewed, but these are primarily where it disrupted a well, clean water situation for a household. And the situation has been ongoing, and as I said a few minutes ago, you're talking 4 to 5 more years because of the step-by-step process that DEP does allow and does give us the opportunity to take some deep breaths as we go along with this.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Julie.
Anyone else from the public? Okay, motion to close.
Motion to close?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, now we'll do resolution 16919 to pay the bills, a motion to pay the bills.
Motion to pay the bills?
Second?
Okay, roll call, Lisa?
Kelly,
Yes.
Martinelli,
Yes.
Turner. Yes. Williams,
Yes.
Shirillo.
Yes.
Okay, now for the consent agenda, resolutions 170 to 18419. Can we have a motion for the consent agenda?
So moved.
Okay, roll call, please.
Kelly,
Yes.
Martinelli,
Yes.
Turner. Yes. Williams,
Yes.
Shirillo.
Yes.
Okay, Lisa, you want to do your report?
Thank you. I just have a couple quick things. Once again, as Committeeman Williams indicated, want to say thank you to Public Works for the hard work they did over at the Collins Lakes Nature Trail. It was a short time period to be able to get that constructed, and they knocked it out of the park, no pun intended, for Quigley Park. They did an excellent job putting everything together, so we hopefully should be able to have that inspection and ribbon cutting for that part of the phase, and then we will be done with that project at this point. Again, also want to thank Public Works for their change in schedule and accommodation that they happen with the summer concerts. We have a Public Works employee that's able to flex that day to be able to give a little bit more help to the Special Events Committee and the public that's there. And with these rain dates, you know, that employee still works, instead of just really being focused at the summer concerts. With the storms coming in, they've had to actually go on the road and handle the trees and emergencies and flooding issues that occurred. So I have to say, you know, these guys have done an excellent job in having to change the routine that they needed to do or what they were scheduled for that day. So my hats go off to the Public Works Committee for that, for being very accommodating. I only have a couple.
Lisa, I think we'd also be
Yes.
remiss to your persuasion to allow us to get this project done by the first week of August had a lot to keeping the funds available to the township for this phase and what is to come in the next couple of years. So I just want to thank you for that effort.
You're welcome. It was definitely challenging to persuade a state entity to agree with the municipality when deadlines have come. So it definitely was challenging, but I'm just grateful that they were understanding in what challenges the township was facing with the Pinelands Commission and other entities to try to get this project on the road. So I'm glad that they didn't give up on it as well.
No, and Public Works really did go to bat. I don't know, is Brian still there?
No, he left.
Okay.
He stuck
Well,
out.
you'll pass it on to him tomorrow, but it's,
Absolutely.
yeah, fantastic.
Absolutely. One of my favorite events that I love to promote is our Shredder event. This is our 5th annual Shredder event that is sponsored also through the Environmental Commission. Not to steal any thunder, just excited that this event basically got off the ground 5 years ago. It's expanded from a Shredder event to also accept prescription disposal box. We have that available also at the complex, open that day, and also for small electronics. For anybody who needs to recycle them. If you're not able to make it to the Public Works on just the first Saturday, you can bring everything here. Small enough as keyboards, computer towers, monitors, mouses, TVs, big and small, as long as hopefully you can unload them with us. VCRs, if anybody still has them and they're in existence and they're growing any dust, by all means, bring them to the Shredder event. It's a great opportunity to clean out the closets. For any type of paper products that you have, you can watch as the stuff is shredded while you're here. We have turned this into a drive-through shredder event that basically you pull up. We have enough members to be able to take everything directly out of your car, put the boxes right in, you drive right up to see everything shredded, and you could keep going. So it's definitely a great opportunity. That is going to be held on Saturday, September 21st, 2019 this year, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The truck is located right on the side of the building, which is over by the Melanese School side on the clerk's office side. So when you drive by, you'll be able to see us. Also, we will have some yard signs out, which we were able to get this year. So we will be putting them out starting that Monday, the week of, so that will remind everybody as well. Again, take a look at our Facebook page, Buena Vista Township, for any updates for any events, or any flyers or anything that we have going on. Also including our American Red Cross is coming to do a blood drive here at the municipal complex. That also is going to be held Wednesday, October 9th, 2019, from 2 to 7 p.m. You need to go online. Appointments are preferred. You can still show up here that day. You can call in or you can go right online, select your time slot, sign up all of your information, and then come right in for the time of your appointment. So if you go to www.redcrossblood.org and you put in the code, sponsor code of Buena Vista, our event will come right up, and then you can select your time slot between 2 and 7 p.m. to be able to donate blood. The past couple years we have done it. Last year we maxed out at what the possibility was for everybody who came. So again, it's helping everybody around the community, but again, it's also helping people nationwide. You're able to track the blood that you donate through an app, so you can actually see where it's going to the person that you're able to help save a life. And that's everything I have.
Excellent. Okay, Mr. Williams?
Okay, I first wanted to thank the 5440 shuttle for conducting the first farm market tour, and that was on July 27th. I think it was a big success. We had approximately 15 people attend, and we had members from the from our group, the environmental, and also Quentin attended, and we stopped at all the farms in the local area, like Bertuzzi's, C&M Greenhouse, Koya's, Mazzarelli's, Plant Source, Santinello's Farm Market, and Simone's Apple Orchard, and Lavari's Vegetable Outlet. We had a good time, and we stuck to the schedule, and the driver, Terry, was very cooperative for us and really helped us out in getting it done and staying on time. We left about 12:15, I think, from the King Center, and then we got back about 3:45 from all the, and then we stopped at the
Mobile home park.
the mobile home park, yeah, at Cranberry Run, and that was the second pickup spot. And we also dropped off there a few people that had met us there. And I think everybody got a chance to sample the different farms, the different fruits and vegetables and plants and flowers that they wanted to purchase. And that was it was really a good first effort for our environmental commission in getting this done, and we had a good time.
It was a lot of fun. I think all the people were happy, and people are saying, when is the next one? And so got a lot of support on that.
Right. And then also in August, we had our environmental meeting, and I wanted to thank Lisa again for all our work that she did on the sustainable jersey. We got back some results of the silver that we tried to obtain, and we got bumped back to bronze, but we're still going to submit everything and keep going from here. Also, I wanted to thank Committeeman Martinelli, because he attended for Mr. Nelson on behalf of the committee for the funeral, and also I wanted to thank him for that. And also I wanted to talk about the, as Alice mentioned, the Friends of Joey Foundation. I've been a member of the foundation for approximately 10 years, and we also in the foundation, we do a lot of things for the St. Christopher's. We go over there in October for and we give the kids a Halloween day, and it's really rewarding to see the kids smile and experience that day, because they really go through some tough things with their cancers, and I have a lot of respect for Alice and what she's doing there, and what she's doing for the foundation. It really helps these families out, and if anybody can come out for this foundation dinner, it's really worthwhile, and you will have a good time. And that's about it, Teresa.
Thanks, John. Mr. Turner?
Yes. I went to Community Fund Day at MLK Center. It was very nice, well attended, and everybody had a good time. If you didn't go, you should go, next year, because it's a good community activity, and it isn't just for certain people. It's for the entire community, and I have to keep stressing that there. The MLK Center is not just for one segment of our community, it's for everyone, and have a lot of good things going on there. I went 2 weeks ago to Golden Gate Daycare Center. They bought a abandoned school in Vineland. I was invited there. There was a lot of the people from Vineland there, the mayor of Vineland, the mayor of Bridge Houston. And I talked to the owners. They have 7 daycare centers in Vineland. And I'm working with them to possibly down the line, in our township to young people that are working to give them opportunity to bring the kids to Vineland and give them a discount for daycare. Daycare can be really expensive when you get a decent entity with your kids. I went there and looked around, and they're really, really fantastic people, and they do a fantastic job. The school they're in, they're gonna have an adult daycare and child care, and the building they renovated is excellent and everything. So you'll be hearing more about it. And one more thing, and I have to keep bringing this up. I continually look at our township and try to keep a positive mind about the people keeping the properties and the railroad crossings on 6th and Jackson. Continually looking at them, and I found out today Conrail doesn't own the tracks. The Department of Transportation of our good state owns the tracks. I said, that's interesting. So I got the number to the gentleman. He's the chief engineer for the DOT, and I talked to him today, and they're gonna come out and look at the tracks, rip those old ties up and put cement in like they're doing elsewhere. This has taken me 8 weeks, but we finally got to the right person, and you gotta be persistent, okay? So we're gonna deal with that. We're gonna get it done. One more thing, I don't mean to belabor this. The people sitting up here has our township at heart. Taxpayers' money comes into this township, and we take it very seriously how we spend the money. Unfortunately, we have some problems with what was done years ago as far as people dumping in landfills. It's not just this municipality, it's all over the place in New Jersey. When I was in another town I worked in, I'm not gonna name it, we had the same problem. And it can cost a lot of money, but fortunately here, we did have a 50-50 proposition. And this isn't gonna be done overnight. It's gonna be a thing that's gonna drag on long after I'm gone off of here. But we're trying to put in place there where down the line everything will be taken care of budgetary-wise and insurance-wise. So we're on the ball, and we try to take care of business and listen to our professionals, what they tell us and evaluate. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Turner.
Hey, Teresa, I'd like to piggyback on
Go ahead.
what Mr. Turner just said there, please.
Go ahead, Mayor.
Okay, well, I sent a note on to the Township Committee a couple of weeks ago, and we received information from our tax assessor, Bernadette Leonardi, and that I think, Buena Vista, I think we do have a lot of good values and things that count our blessings on. When people get their bills from the township, which they obviously recently did in the last number of weeks, they get a bill that includes the county taxes, the school taxes, the fire district taxes, the number of other different sub taxes that Atlantic County puts out. But I've been following this for many, many years. And if you just take a look at Buena Vista's tax rate, just what the township charges our residents to do our roads, our parks, our municipal building, our employees, all the different things that we do. This year was the first time in many years, we normally, out of 23 towns in Atlantic County, we usually come in around number 11 or 12, kind of midway in the amount of tax your local government is charging for its local services. But this year, we hit a new milestone of being number 7 in Atlantic County, meaning that these other, of the 23 towns, we were number 7 on the lowest. And when you're competing against towns like Brigantine, Margate, and Longport, which are full-service towns with paid fire and paid police and things of that nature, and also the next 3 that came after that for some smaller towns like Weymouth Township or Corbin City or Folsom, they have a lot less services than our township provides. We're not a full-service city, but I just thought it was a milestone that the entire township committee should be truly proud of, to be able to maintain this. People get their bill and they get tax shock sometimes because they're looking at the school or they're looking at some other combinations of things on the bill. But we have something to be very, very proud of this year.
I agree, Mayor, and just to add to that, some towns do not even pay for their trash disposal, like Galloway, that's a separate charge. And we include that in our taxes, and that's way over $200,000 a year alone. And we do a lot of things at costs that would, if an individual had to pay, would pay a lot more. So we have all of those things that help. We've reduced our lighting costs with the new lights. We've done a lot of things to keep up with reducing our costs. Also, a lot of towns pay for their police, and that's a big savings that we don't have to pay for the state police. We pay it through our tax dollars, and that's one of our biggest savings, and we're very lucky about that. So I would agree.
And that savings came about, Teresa, because of the laws that were put upon Buena Vista to exist with the pine lands and the
right, under
preservation and
10,000
everything that
people,
we just-
yes.
With the ratables we could possibly have, it would be an impossible dream almost to have the taxpayers be able to pay for some of those services directly.
That's right. Okay, and I just want to add, a lot of things were mentioned, so I won't have to go over them. I attended the Community Fund Day, and a number of churches put that together, and it was very nice. They were giving some free haircuts and doing all kinds of things for the children. It looked like a fun time. And the taxes, we had a delay, so the taxes are due tomorrow, August 20th. So we had an extra week or two to pay the taxes, but they are due tomorrow without paying any interest. Also attended the planning board this month and the Atlantic County executive meeting for future meetings for Atlantic County municipalities. John Williams also is on the board. He's going to be one of the future presidents coming up, so he also attended that meeting. John, you mentioned environmental and the farm tour, and people are saying, "Whoa, would you have it twice a year now?" It's more than once they would like it, to get to the flowers early in May and then later the vegetable farmers later, so we'll have to look at that. And thanks, Lisa, for all your help. You're doing a great job as our new administrator / clerk too, so it's like 2 jobs. Now I see you're adding another job temporarily, but we know you can handle it. You're also on the planning board, you do a lot of hats. So you mentioned the shredder. The other thing in October 19th is going to be our 15th annual Sawmill Park Halloween, and this is always a lot of fun. The children dress up in their costumes and they get free candy, and we have crafts for them to do. We also will invite the Atlantic County Library, who brings their mobile unit, hopefully if it's in working order. I know they've been having trouble lately. It's about 20 years old, so they are probably due for that. Getting a new one, that might help. But that's one coming up. And just to review, tomorrow night is Lonnie Youngblood, so that's August 20th, and that's going to be 7 to 9, and we hope the weather holds. And Nikki G, August 21st. So we have a Tuesday and Wednesday concert this week, and also next week, the last week of August, a Tuesday and Wednesday concert. We're going to have 10 Eddy Drive on Tuesday the 27th, and Poor Mouth Henry is August the 28th. So hopefully we can get the rest of our concerts in this year. And I think that's it, and I want everyone to have a safe summer. Does anybody else want to say anything? Go ahead, Lisa.
I just want to add one more thing, because I know that this will air throughout the month of September, since this is now mid-August. We are starting roughly 2.5 weeks earlier this year, since we had an extremely successful holiday toy drive. So I know it's very hot out, but I want everybody to think about Christmas or, the holidays that are coming up. We do a holiday toy drive. We have a box that's Public Works designed for us. It is an awesome toy box that we put right out here in the municipal lobby at the complex. And the toys that are donated for this drive are given away at our annual tree lighting, which is also here at the municipal complex for December 6th. So starting September 1st, we're going to open up the toy drive. So if you have any new unwrapped toys that you would like to donate for this drive, the excitement last year, which we changed up a little bit, to be able to have all the kids that attended to be able to pick a toy out of the toy box that they immediately saw, their eyes lit up, they were so excited, and they were able to have that presented by Santa, was a great opportunity and idea that I think should keep going on. So those gifts were donated by the public for a child, you know, and it's a really great thing to do, and we like to continue that for this year. So just thinking about it now, if you're going out shopping or school shopping and you just see a toy that you would like to pick up and donate it, by all means, just drop it off here at the municipal complex. We are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, and starting September 1st, our hours will change on Tuesdays. We are open from 9 to 6 p.m. starting September 1st. So just an updated note on that as well. So stop by and please drop off those toys for kids. Thank you. I wanted to throw that out there.
Got a couple of stray reports too, Teresa, if you got time or.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to mention, I received a call recently from the folks at the Cape May Seashore Lines, and they told me of an event that they're planning that will be, I believe, on the same day, but not a conflicting time, with the Halloween event at Sawmill Park, where they're going to have a special themed train. And so anybody who enjoys the Cape May Seashore Lines should keep an active look on their website for some time announcements, I would say sometime in mid-September. The other thing is I have our tax collector's report, and this must go along with the no interest comment you made, Teresa. Our tax collections for the month of for the year to date for July were up approximately 13% over last year. And then we did get our assessor's report, a report from Rick Bracchiello, our zoning officer, with the usual variety of complaints, and the animal control officer's report. And that's all I got.
Okay. And I think we have to open it to the public one more time for any issue. Could I have a motion to open to the public?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Do you want to read one more time, Steve, the public comment section?
Item 14, public comment. Committee welcomes participation of interested organizations and individuals during regular caucus, workshop, and special meetings. However, in order to conduct the business of the township in the most productive manner possible, attendees will be given 4 minutes, all inclusive, including all dialogue, questions, and responses from both the speaker and the committee for the designated public portion of the meeting. There may be no transference of a speaker's time to other attendees. Please stand at the microphone at the appropriate time. State your name and address for the record. Thank you.
Okay, anybody? Oh, no? No? Okay. All right, a motion to close?
Motion to close?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Take them home.
Okay, now I guess we'll, motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, everyone, have a good night and a good summer, what's left of it.
Thank you. What's your name?